Hey, so
right,
we got a pretty big weekend, right, Lou? Huh?
Yeah, we do.
Very big weekend. So we are going to do some WrestleMania predictions.
Wait. No, we have other stuff going on.
Oh, right. You're right. How can I forget? NXT Stand and Deliver.
No. Wait, no.
Predictions.
What? No, wait. Wrong one. We have one more thing going on in Vegas.
What, the WrestleCon?
No, not even that. Even more.
Man.
Okay.
Drew, you know what it is, right?
Yeah, I think so, but I just want to make sure.
It's TNA Unbreakable.
What?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Welcome to TFSPOD, otherwise known as 24/7 podcast. Yeah, 24/7 Lou, winning championship rings while Ric-Hard is your conference favorite host. Yeah, you know it, the one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. A dice, a wheel, another deal. The randomizer will tag in to make the spiel. TFSPOD, TFSPOD, TFSPOD. Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold, while our championship Goldie shines brighter than any other gold. Join the excitement, raise your voice. In this wrestling realm, we will make some noise. Each matching night, our hearts ablaze. United we triumph under Goldie's shining. TFSPOD, TFSPOD, TFSPOD. I said TFSPOD, TFSPOD, TFSPOD.
TFSPOD. Welcome. Woo! Welcome to TFSPOD. This is 24/7 Lou and
Ric-Hard, baby! That's right! Woo! Ready to talk about the and also happening portion of the show.
Oh, yeah. And
the one-man band, and I would say this is the B-side of the record.
Yes, in this episode, we will be talking about TNA Unbreakable, also happening in Vegas, in Las Vegas. It's a show they put together. I think it's associated with WrestleCon going on there. You know, every year they always have it. I forgot to ask Ric-Hard about this, but I gotta stop. I'll stay quiet on this because I don't think I remember this. I don't think it was called Unbreakable last time. Was it called something else?
No, it was. I believe it was
like
strong.
Door.
It was strong. Strong multiverse of matches.
Yeah, it was some crazy name.
That's right.
Yeah, Casita. I remember Casita somehow involved in that.
Yeah.
Yep. That was the big thing the 2 previous years. This is the first time we've done an Unbreakable pay-per-view. So there is no record.
Ooh, new champ.
Do not ask me about Stand and Deliver. I have too many records for Stand and Deliver. They all don't even fall in the same time frame.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They don't. All right. Well, before we get to all of that, the matches going on at TNA Unbreakable, and the other 20 matches that we're not listing here, right?
No, they were good. Give them credit. They were good. They only added 1, and it's not even a real match. It's kind of just, and also in action kind of deal.
Yeah, this is happening on the 17th. So this is going to be on Friday, right? Yeah.
Friday, competing up against SmackDown or the Hall of Fame.
Oh, my God. It's better happen like in the morning or something. Anyway. Before we get to all of that, the one-man band. Give us that line that, well, not everybody here loves.
I definitely don't. But Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard.
Alrighty, scoreboard is brought to you by milk, folks. Milk. It's good for you. It does your body good. It's good for your bones. It's good for your teeth. It's good for your mind. We're waiting on that study. But if you don't have milk, get some. All right? Get yourself some milk. That being said, in first place, we're going to try to speed run this because we got a lot to cover. It's Osama bin Diesel, and he is at 14 points. By myself, and I am at 8 points.
Woo! Woo, yeah.
By the one-man band at 6 points. Fan of that. Why did I only get one guy? What the heck, sound guy? Okay, fine. I get it. And then after him, we have a tie, and it is between Main Event Jeff, who is at 5 points. 24/7 Lou. Damn, this audience. I don't know what's going on here. And then behind them, we've got the Tornator at 3 points.
Every breath I take without your permission raises my self-esteem.
Followed by the Randomizer at 1 point. And he shares that spot with Playboy Raj.
Woo, yeah.
And then what's this? The audience scoreboard?
Here comes a new challenger.
State that Johnny Lance at 1 point.
I can't wait to watch that episode.
Yeah, he's got it on his channel with the shorts.
He's a cool guy, rides a motorcycle, in love with the library.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're too much. That said, everyone else is at 0. Folks, if you're watching this right now, you have a chance to add your name to the history books for this year. Get yourself on the board. Submit your predictions. We're going to be doing Unbreakable. I know, not that exciting, but we'll get through it. NXT Stand and Deliver. And then we're going to be doing WrestleMania on Friday. There will be a community post. You have 2 days to write in your picks. If we post it up, it's up to the community post guy. You're in charge of community posts, okay? If you don't do it, we're letting you go. Good. Now go get me a donut. That said, that's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
All right. Yeah. Get me a tea. Anyway. Yes, in this episode we're going to talk about Unbreakable.
Krispy Kreme, not Dunkin' Donuts, everybody. Can we agree? Can we agree?
Yeah.
Happening on Friday. I don't know what to say on this one. It's just I don't know. We have 6 matches, but there's another one that was added on later on, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there was another one. It was Moose versus.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Exactly. We don't even know who he's up against. We just know it's a TBA. So
it's a W or WHC. That's what instead of TBA. WHC. Who the heck cares?
Who the heck cares? Yeah. There we go.
All right. Let's go to our first matchup. We're going to talk about this is a tournament for the TNA International title that they're going to have. So you have to qualify for it. So they have the inaugural.
By the way, they're going to crown the inaugural champion.
We have Eddie Edwards versus Ace Austin versus Steve Macklin. All right, and also Ric-Hard. What is the order of the combatants for you people out there writing it down, copying it? Copying my style.
Okay, well, look, folks, we normally do the live competitors submitting their picks first, and then we read out the write-ins. But we have to acknowledge the elephant in the room, the invisible man in the room, as it were. So because he has such a really crazy lead, the write-in by Osama bin Diesel will be read first before the live predictions are given, and then followed by the other write-ins. So the order will be Diesel, Ric-Hard, that being myself, the one-man band, 24/7 Lou, main event Jeff, the Tornator, Playboy Raj, and the randomizer. We have 8 combatants.
All right, 8 combatants in this one. Wow. All right. All right. So what we have? What does Diesel pick on this match?
Okay, well, winner of this match, according to Diesel, is Ace Austin.
All right, Ace Austin. Writing that down. All right.
Yeah.
Now Ric-Hard, you go. Who do you have?
I'm gonna have to say Steve Macklin for the win. Right off the bat, I'm gonna go with Steve Macklin. Yep.
Yeah, Steve Macklin. All right, the one-man band.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Steve Macklin. Something tells me he's got the win due for this one.
All right, and my turn to go on this one. Ace Austin's a face in this. We already have AJ Francis already in the match. It's gonna be a 3-way match, which we'll get to that in a second. But I don't know. I also see Steve Macklin going for that title because he I don't know. He's bigger than these two guys that are here. Nothing against Ace Austin and Eddie Edwards. That could be another matchup rivalry later on. I just think, I agree with you guys. Steve Macklin will be in that match. And what do we get from main event Jeff, Tornator, Playboy Raj, and
all right. Here we go. We got main event Jeff says Ace Austin for the win. Tornator says Steve Macklin for the win. Playboy Raj says Ace Austin for the win. And the randomizer says Ace Austin for the win. We have a 4-4 split right down the middle, 50-50.
Wow.
Right off
And
the
and nobody picked Eddie Edwards.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm rooting for Eddie Edwards.
But
Damn.
funny enough, Eddie Edwards is the only one with someone at ringside in his corner too.
Yeah.
I know, right? You have help. All right, next matchup, we have Zachary Wentz, JDC, and Eric Young. Ric-Hard, you go first. You go first. Who do you have?
Wait, why do I go first on this?
Because Diesel went first in the other one.
Damn, you're right. Okay.
He's
I'm
not here, but it's part of the rotation.
Yeah, you're right. It's part of the rotation. I was really hoping not to go first on this. All right, I'm gonna go Zachary Wentz just because we need some high flying stuff.
All right, Zachary Wentz. All right, the one-man band. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go JDC on this one.
JDC. All right, JDC. And my turn to pick on this one. Eric Young has a new faction. Oh man, it's just another heel in there. We need a face in there. So I think Steve Macklin is more like a heel to me. And you already had the other guys. So yeah, I would go with I'm gonna go with Zachary Wentz for the victory on this one. That's my pick. All right, what do you get from everyone else?
Wow, Lou. Do I hear copying?
Oh no,
Huh?
so yeah. What do you mean copy that? I explained it. You just said Zachary Wentz. He said flippity do that.
Right. Yeah. Flippity. I had my reasoning. Okay, fine. Diesel says JDC for the win. Main event Jeff says JDC for the win. Tornator says JDC. Wait, this is straight down the middle. Playboy Raj says JDC. And the randomizer says Eric Young. We have a 5-2 to 1 split.
Ooh, all right. All right. Next matchup we have, it's going to be Mike Santana and the Hardys, Jeff and Matt Hardy, versus Mustafa Ali and the Nemeth brothers, Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth, in a 6-man tag team match. The one-man band, you go first. Who do you have?
I'm going to say Mustafa Ali and Nick and Ryan Nemeth are gonna take this one.
Mustafa Ali and Nick and Nemeth bros.
Yeah.
All right. My turn to pick on this one. And I know the Hardys are the champions, but they don't lose face by not winning, because it's not a title match. So this will just probably set up a thing where maybe then the Nemeth brothers will want a title match later on, if they haven't had one already. Mustafa Ali. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say Mustafa Ali and Nick Nemeth and Mustafa Ali and the brothers. That's my pick. Ric-Hard. Oh no, Diesel goes next. Who do you have? Who do we have for Diesel?
Diesel says Ali and the Zigglers.
All right.
And I am going to go with Ali and the Nemeth brothers. And that is going to be a recurring trend for most of this, except for, well, here we go, actually. Wow, I'm going to eat those words real quick. Main Event Jeff says Mike Santana and the Hardys. Tornator says Mike Santana and the Hardys. Playboy Raj says Mike Santana and the Hardys.
Hold on a
The
second.
randomizer says,
Hold on. Before you read that,
what?
Are they part of a faction?
Main Event Jeff, the leader of the pack, Tornator and Playboy Raj. Never looking back, they're the CWO, taking over the scene. Wrestling predictions, their ultimate dream.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Yes, they did kind of. I don't know. They all insist they didn't copy off each other, which, there are some differences in their picks. There are some differences in their picks. I'll give them that. I will give them that.
Okay.
Some of them are getting creative. That said, randomizer says Mustafa Ali and the Nemeth Bros. We have a 5-3 split with all of the CWO going solo against us.
Oh wow. All right. All right, next matchup. Now we have for the TNA International Championship, the final. AJ Francis already qualified, plus versus 2 TBDs, which would have been from the previous 2 matches. I go first in this one, and I'm gonna say that TBD would be a good pick, or AJ Francis already in there.
Freshest competitor.
That is a good point. You know what? There we go. AJ Francis for the Steve TBD. Oh no, wait, if I say TBD, does it matter which one? I have to say which one.
No, you don't have to say which one. So remember, it's written in the notes for anybody listening. For this match, TBD number 2 will represent a selection of the winner of match 2, and TBD 3 will represent a selection of the winner of match 3, which means even if you didn't correctly predict the winner of match 2 or 3, but you pick TBD 1 or 2, or 2 or 3, it will still count as a point if your prediction for that winner, unless you pick AJ Francis, obviously. If your prediction is TBD 2 and whoever won match 2 got the win. So yeah, you can specify who you're talking about, but if you say TBD 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. You can it's whoever won match 2, basically.
All right.
Now, if you pick
I'm gonna
AJ
go with
Francis,
TBD.
you're picking AJ Francis.
I want to go with TBD 2 if I'm going with Steve Macklin winning.
Okay, TBD 2.
TBD
Got it.
All right.
All right.
What do you get from Diesel?
Diesel says TBD number 2, specifying Ace Austin. Very interesting. And
right.
I'm gonna go with TBD number 2 also. Gotta give it to my guess is the two non-fresh competitors will beat up AJ Francis and everybody's gonna cheer. And then he'll get back into the ring when they're both fighting each other. Try to take advantage before ultimately getting pinned by somebody who should win the title better.
All right.
Sorry to dunk on you, Francis, but yeah. Sorry to dunk on you, Francis, but it's too easy.
In my case, would it also be TBD 2 since I picked Steve? I picked Steve Macklin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
TBD,
Yeah, you did.
TBD 2.
TBD 2. Looks like a very
All
popular choice.
All
4
right, what do we
picks
got
for
for everyone
TBD
else?
number 2. All right. Well, everyone else is going to go crazy here because we've got Main Event Jeff saying AJ Francis for the win. Tornator picks AJ Francis for the win. I think we all know what's happening here. Playboy Raj says AJ Francis for the win. And the randomizer says TBD number 3. We have a 3-4-1 split.
Ooh.
Oh, this is becoming way more interesting. This is becoming way too interesting. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness! I have to. By the way, as we're recording this, I am seeing something going on the old tube. We have new trios champion in AEW.
Really?
Moving along. Next matchup, we have Joe Hendry.
What was that? What was that? Hold on, Lou. What did you say?
New trios champs on AEW.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
No, because I'm going to say because the Death Riders have lost their titles.
Yeah, I know. Should have happened at a pay-per-view.
Right?
Correct.
Right?
Tony.
All right. The next matchup.
Too late.
Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich versus Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard in a mixed tag team match. What do we get from Diesel?
All right. Well, Diesel is going to pick Hendry and Masha for the win, a.k.a. champs.
Yeah. All right. And who do you have, Ric-Hard?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the stipulation is not for the titles, right?
No.
So this is just for funsies, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, there's no title. It's a mixed,
I'm gonna
match.
go. Yeah, I know. I'm going heel heavy with so many picks. I'm gonna have to play it safe here and say champs win. I'm gonna say Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich, even though it makes more sense for Blanchard and Frankie Kazarian to win to have credibility. But yeah, I'm gonna go play it safe. Hendry and Masha.
All right. And the woman band, who do you have?
I'm gonna go Hendry and Masha as well because I just don't see them giving much spotlight to Tessa Blanchard right now.
All right. And my turn to pick. I'm saying Joe Hendry and Masha because it's a house show, I think.
House show, he says. Oh, man.
Even though in TNA, aren't they all? Oh!
Oh, that's just messed up.
Cold.
No, but imagine that, but with like only 8 people.
All right. What do we get from everyone else?
All right, here we go. What did everybody else say? We've got Main Event Jeff saying, I already talked Diesel's pick, right? Yes, I did. Main event Jeff says Joe Hendry and quote Marsha. So I don't know why he misspelled her name, but he's picking Joe Hendry's team. Tornator says Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich. And then we've got Playboy Raj saying Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich. And the randomizer says Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard.
FK.
A 7-1 split. Randomizer went bold.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Okay, that's what we call it nowadays. All right, next matchup we have Mance Warner with Stephanie DeLander at ringside versus Sami Callihan in a barbed wire massacre. I bet there's gonna be a staple there somewhere. We know what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna do nut staple. Anyway,
basically, isn't that like that's become a staple of TNA matches that are like this?
Speaking of someone getting their nuts stapled, Ric-Hard, you go first.
Oof.
You know, I want to point out, why does Mance Warner have that like deer in the headlights gaze? After
again, that same picture.
He's got the same look on his face despite having won against Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan looks ready again, and he lost last time. So we're using the same pictures here.
Yeah,
but I don't think Mance Warner. I don't think Mance Warner wins a second time in a row. Steph DeLander, I think, did play a factor in Mance Warner winning last time.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see Steph DeLander eat some barbed wire, I want to say. But, yeah, I'm going to say Sami Callihan rises above the odds to get his win back. Right. Sami Callihan for the win.
I don't know if you heard what I said when I introduced you, but okay. The woman band, you're next. Who do you have?
I'm gonna play it safe on this one. I'm gonna say Sami Callihan takes the win on this one.
All right, Sami Callihan. All right, and my turn to pick. Yeah, I think Sami Callihan gets his victory back, and then we'll have another match later on, which will be a bigger one, crazier, wilder stuff going on. So yeah, Sami Callihan.
I want to disagree with you on that. First off, I am not getting my nuts stapled. Second of all, I don't think this is going to lead to another match after this. You cannot go crazier than this. I want to say, I don't think they should try to prove me wrong on that. But essentially, I think this should be one of those times where after this is over, they kind of agree, like, okay, I think we've beaten enough out of each other. We're taking enough pounds of flesh from each other. Let's just go fight other people after this is over. I think this is a Sami Callihan wins, and Mance Warner, with that look on his face, says, yeah, I don't want any more of that. But I might be wrong. Anyways, Diesel is going to pick Sami Callihan for the win. Main event Jeff is going to pick Sami Callihan for the win. Tornator, Sami Callihan. Playboy Raj, Sami Callihan. The randomizer says Mance Warner. We got another 7-1 split.
There we go.
Oh, man. Yep.
All right. And continuing in the action, we're not stopping here. We're going to continue on. We're going to jump over to NXT. NXT.
Darn right, because it is time to stand and deliver some predictions.
That's your intro. And again, same order as we had before, just in case you missed it from the last time. We have Diesel, Ric-Hard, the one-man band, myself, 24/7 Lou, main event Jeff, Tornator, Playboy Raj, and the randomizer. Let's go. Let's go with the matches here.
That's the order.
All right. This is going to be, oh, wow.
Oh, we should talk about the matches that got added. We should talk about hold on. Lou, we should talk about the matches that did get added after we submitted the match list.
Oh, on TNA?
Just as a courtesy.
Or Stand Deliver?
No, on Stand Deliver. We already talked about the TNA one. Stand Deliver got 2 matches added on. We did not do this. We did not. It's going to show in how the predictions are given, but TNA, or rather NXT, added two matches to this.
Here we are.
First one is a pre-show match. It's a pre-show match. It's a fatal four-way tag match to determine the number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
Oh, that's this one. Okay.
And it's between Metaphor, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson. Fatal Influences Fallon Henley and JC Jane, Tina Paxley and Gigi Dolan, and Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. And it's fatal four-way tag. There's no points on the line here, guys. But in terms of who do you think's going to win, what do you got? Because my money's on Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, my money's on there too, but for the win.
Wait, what?
No, I'm gonna go Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. He needs to hold the title.
If not them, the only other two I could see are Fatal Influence. I could see Fatal Influence also getting a chance to do an appearance on the main roster.
True. And what about you, One Man Band?
What's up?
What do you have for this one? Just for funsies.
This one for funsies. Who are the teams again? I'm sorry. Or this is
Metaphor. You've got Metaphor, Fatal Influence, Tatum Paxley, and Gigi Dolan, or Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade.
Let's do Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm of the opinion that it's difficult to pick. I'll take them all.
I mean,
You
yeah.
I guess that qualifies.
Why settle for two? A consensus! Yeah. I have to half-ass it because that wasn't the full draw, you know?
Yeah. All right, and the other match?
The other match is a very hastily thrown together, in my opinion, 6-man tag match between the D'Angelo families. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stax Lorenzo, and Luca Crucifino. And they've got Adriano Rizzo at ringside. Going up against Dark States, or 3 members of Dark State, which could be between Dion Lennox, Cutler James, Saquon Sugars, and or Osiris Griffin. I call them Retribution 2.0 because they've, but Jeff's got his own name for them, which is also just as funny.
Oh, what's the name?
In terms of who I think, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. He mentioned them in the main show on the predictions.
Oh,
yeah. He calls them the Diet Coke Shield.
Well, I was gonna say this one.
I don't even know who you are.
Man, that's messed up, but it's true. Like, they had so much. There was so much hype going into it, and I was like, "Who are these guys? Like, what's going on?"
Put the mask back on. It's the same effect. I don't know who you are. Put the mask back on. They had the mask on. No, it's like, yeah, just put it back.
What's wild is they're really big guys. Like, they're really tall guys. This really does feel like a Vince McMahon thing. It's like, oh yeah, just 4 really tall guys just attack people. That's their gimmick. They're masked. We don't know who they are. They'll love it.
I don't know. It could be 4 other people, like that are like fans from another prediction show.
No. Ooh, brutal. Look, in terms of who I think is going to win this match, and this is just for fun, comment section if you want to give your predictions on this. We love to hear it, but I'm pretty sure Dark State's going to get the win over the D'Angelo family somehow, some way, just because it's 4v3. Rizzo's there, but I mean, is she really going to be able to face up against some really big dude? Nah, not happening. Yeah, Dark State. That's my pick.
All right, and woman band. Who do you have?
Yeah, I'm also gonna say Dark State.
All right, and I go, and I don't know. They've been getting beat up a lot, but the thing is that if you beat up Dark State, you just wasted all that time creating this faction to get beat on their first show they do it together. So yeah, Dark State. But really,
All
I don't
right.
like how they're beating down on the D'Angelo family too much. Like they're the jobbers now.
I don't know if they're the jobbers. They're just having internal issues. You know, they really are teasing the
Internal issues.
stats.
Some producers like, what do I do with these guys? I hate him. He stiffed me at the buffet at the catering table. You know what? You lose. You know what, Sean?
Yeah.
They should lose.
You know what really happened? You know what really happened? Somebody in creative's like, man, my grandfather got attacked by the mob. I don't like this gimmick. Make him lose.
All right, so let's get back to the
actual predictions. Yes. Whew. And boy, did Stand Deliver start off strong.
Here we go. 5 matches. Here we go, folks. We're going to go this one really quick, really good predictions here. You can bank on it. But don't take my word for it. All right, let's go with the names here. First matchup we're going to talk about is going to be Zarya versus Kelani Jordan versus Sol Ruca versus Izzy Dame versus 2 TBD competitors. As we made this.
Yes.
But who are they? Lola Vice.
Okay, so yeah, Lola Vice and Thea Hale are the TBD competitors. Now, because of how we listed this, you do not have to specify who your TBD pick is. So this match is worth, say it with me, 2 points.
All right.
And even though we are cheating here and making it that TBD can technically count for 2 competitors in a match of 6, that still gives you 5 options, which means if you pick TBD, you can specify if you want. It doesn't hurt you if you're wrong, but you would technically be picking 2 out of 6 competitors to win, potentially. So you have a better chance if you pick TBD. Now, if TBD isn't going to win at all, then you're screwed there. But yeah, that's just the rules. You can pick TBD. You technically be picking 2 people. It is kind of a cheat code, but I can't help it that NXT waited until the last show to do it.
Yeah.
That's just the rule.
There's a ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. All right. What do we get from Diesel?
All right. Diesel says, winner, TBD. And he does specify he's picking Thea Hale.
Hale, wow. All right. Ric-Hard, you go first out of us. Here we go. I mean, second. Who do you have?
Women's North American Championship. Who am I going to pick? Look, I'm going to be honest. I really like Thea Hale. And getting 2 picks out of 6 is really how do I say it? It's really tempting. That said, I am going to go. Looks, if I'm not mistaken, Kelani Jordan's already held the North American Championship. Sol Ruca also had it briefly, I think. Or she got really close. Either way, she's injury prone. I don't think they'll give it to her. I'm stuck between Zarya and Izzy Dame, but I feel like Zarya's in the match just to get ganged up on by everybody. Or to have a little bit of a moment with Sol Ruca where they both try to get the title at the same time. And then that friendship kind of gets tested. Which leaves Izzy Dame and potentially Thea Hale. I don't think Lola Vice wins, but I'm going to play it safe. I'm picking TBD, and I'm going to specify Thea Hale, but it doesn't matter. I'm picking TBD.
All right, TBD. The woman band, you're next. What do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to make it simple. I'm going to go TBD as well.
All right. I'm going to make it much more difficult. Guys, get a pillow because I'm going to explain a lot. Just joking.
Oh, TBD. No. Oh.
TBD.
Wait a minute. Because, hold on a second.
Huh.
Hey, I don't know.
Play the CWO theme, Lou. You know you earned that.
Why? What do I got to play it for? I'm not part of that faction.
All right. I was kidding. You know what you did, though. That said, I guess we should hear what
And I know what you did.
CWO has to
You
say.
see?
Oh, what did I do? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
All right.
Look,
All right.
let's here we go. Main event Jeff picks So Ruka for the win. The Tornator picks Zarya. Look at that. They didn't copy each other. Yay!
The faction is over.
You know, that's actually a really smart move by them, to be honest. For them to actually disagree on things on a 2-point match, especially, and go So Ruka and Zarya, that actually helps their chances for one of them to actually win. That said, Playboy Raj picking So Ruka, taking after the leader of the group. Very, very apparent. And then the randomizer picks TBD. We have a 5-2-1 split right off the bat. This is going to be an interesting weekend.
Yeah.
Interesting weekend.
All right. Next matchup. Stephanie Becker versus the champ. Versus Julia. Versus Jordan Grace. Versus Jada Parker. In a fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. Ric-Hard, you go first. Who do you have?
Is this really a question? Look, Jordan Grace, new signee, but I don't see it. Jada Parker. Honestly, if you ask me, Jada Parker's in this match to take the pin. So there's only 3 potential winners, and Jada Parker's not in that list. So whoever's taking the pin, it's Jada Parker. It's really tempting to say Vaquero just retains because that's the easy way to go. Make her look real dominant. But they have been booking Jordan Grace to be strong, and Julia came back from injury real quick.
Oh,
so I don't know. Yeah, it was too quick. I almost have the suspicion she's going to get taken out of the match real early.
Just a doctor's appointment. Like her injury was a doctor's appointment or something like that. I haven't got a doctor.
Basically, right? It's just oh, I'm injured. I'll be gone for 2 weeks. I'll be back. Like, what was the point of you dropping the title? Why would you drop the title to that? Like, it didn't make sense to me. But okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go Stephanie Becker. Yeah.
Oh,
safe.
Man.
Play it
Woman
safe.
band. What do you have?
I mean, look, Vaquer just dropped the North American title, and I highly doubt that she would have dropped the North American title if she knew that she wasn't gonna win this match, or at least know that she was gonna be the champ for a little while. So I really don't think that they would push her up to the main roster so quickly, especially because she needs to still work on her promo skills. So I'm gonna say Vaquer retains.
Vaquer retains. All right.
100% agree on the promo skills comment. Yeah, she needs to work on it.
Yeah.
All right. My turn to pick on this one. And Jada Parker.
It's your turn. It's your turn to copy.
No, it's not.
Go on.
Jada Parker will have eyes on this match. Will have eyeballs on this match. So will the person who's going to pin her, Stephanie Becker.
Nah.
That's my pick.
What the heck was that? We'll have eyeballs on this match. So will the person that pins her, Stephanie McGarrett. I knew it. Oh my god!
All right, who do you give Diesel?
He always tries to find ways.
The way he words it. All right.
Yeah.
Diesel picks Stephanie Vaquer for the win. Main event Jeff says Stephanie Vaquer for the win. Tornator says Julia. What is going on?
Wait, who said that?
Tornator said Julia. That is wild.
Wow.
I know.
He wrote, wait. You're not reading. He wrote explanations.
Did he write explanation? No, he didn't. He just repeated the whole match before. before reading it.
Oh,
did
he
not
read
write
it.
explanation.
Oh, the other matches he wrote
No.
explanation.
Yeah, he just writes the the full match and then writes his pick. So he's not that crazy. Yeah, he just picked Julia.
Yeah, Julia wins. All right, and what do you got from everyone else?
Playboy Raj says Stephanie Vaquer, and the randomizer picks Jada Parker. So
Yeah,
out of everybody, we have let me make sure I get this right. We have a 6-1 split in a 4-way, and out of everyone in the match, Jordynne Grace did not get picked, which means there is a very real possibility Jordynne Grace gets the win.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. But all I know is this matchup is gonna have a lot of peaches. Yes, for you, main event, Jeff.
What? Stop promoting sexuality!
What about what? That Godfather's face.
You know what you did. You know what you did.
All right, next matchup. It's gonna be Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus we had here TBD, but it's actually was it Hank and Tank?
I think it's Hank and Tank. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's actually versus the Gauntlet, but it's gonna be Hank and Tank. The winners of the Gauntlet, which was Hank and Tank.
The winners of the Gauntlet match. Yeah, Hank and Tank. Yep. Which, if you say it fast enough, just sounds really weird. Hank and Tank.
Yeah, it sounds like something you did in the back seat of a car. Hey, girl.
You know what? I want to Hank and Tank. Slowed.
Oh, wait.
Where's Steven Richards? Where's Steven Richards?
What? Stop promoting sexuality!
Never.
That was so quick in this episode. So fast it turned. All right. Woman Band, you go first. Who do you have?
So this is Fraxium versus Hank and Tank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fraxium lost to the Hardys in the last pay-per-view, or was it? Yeah, it was the last pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, remember that's part of the TNA thing.
Yeah, I know. But still, I mean,
yeah, it's a loss.
Yeah, it's a loss nonetheless. And I don't think that they would have Fraxium lose yet again. You know, like that back to back. And this is for the titles, right? So
yeah.
So yeah, I don't see Fraxium dropping them just yet. I'm gonna say Fraxium retains on this one.
All right. Fraxium retains. My turn to pick. Short and sweet. Hank and Tank gets pinned by Fraxium.
Unbelievable.
What do we get from Diesel?
Diesel is gonna say Frazier and Axiom for the win. So we've got 3 picks for Fraxium. This is rough. This is rough.
Ric-Hard.
Because where do you go? Where do you go after you beat yet another tag team on the NXT division? You know what I mean? And Hank and Tank. Oh, get that off my screen. You know that I'm not going to copy picks here, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's not my pick. It's actually the one man.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Even less on the. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, no, but you said it first. That's why.
Well.
All right. Look, well, I'm going to say. Yeah, I don't think Hank and Tank are winning. I'm going to say Frazier and Axiom. I want to specify, though, that I do think Frazier and Axiom are going to lose the tag titles on the NXT after WrestleMania.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
But that doesn't cost me any points if I'm wrong. So that's why I'm making that prediction. But yeah, Hank and Tank lose. I'm picking Frazier and Axiom for the win.
All right. All right, what do we get from everyone else?
And here we go. Everyone else says, Main Event Jeff says, Gauntlet match winner. They're picking Hank and Tank. We've got Tornator picking Fraxium. What is going on? Oh my gosh.
So break them up.
Raj picks gauntlet match winner, otherwise known as Hank and Tank, and the randomizer picks gauntlet match winners, Hank and Tank. We have a 5-3 split with Tornator breaking with the rest of the CWO. Look at Tornator. I know,
Wow.
right?
All right. Next matchup, we have Ricky Saints, the champ, North American champ, versus the winner of the Fatal 4-Way match, which was Ethan Page. So it's going to be a singles match for the NXT North American Championship. I go first on this one. And didn't I see this match on AEW like 5 years ago?
Ha!
But it's better now on NXT. You know that.
Yeah,
So
no,
anyway.
hey, of course, dude. When they did it 5 years ago on AEW, you know, the response that they got was,
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
All right. But now, it's it's Ricky Saints. I don't know. My pick to win this, Ricky Saints retains. That's my pick.
yeah,
what do we
you're
have with
picking the
Diesel?
former AEW guy to beat the other former AEW guy. Diesel is gonna say Ricky Saints for the win.
All right, Ric-Hard.
All right, I'm gonna pick. Oh, who am I kidding? Ricky Saints for the win. We're not having Ethan Page win this. Ricky
the woman
Saints.
band.
That's our pick.
I'm gonna say Ricky ain't losing this match. So Ricky Saints, yeah, he's gonna retain.
Little Rock.
All right. And then we got Beta Man Jeff says Ricky Saints. The Tornator says Ricky Saints. Playboy Raj says Ricky Saints. And then we've got the randomizer says.
Oh no, come on, randomizer.
Well, you're going to be impressed. The randomizer says Ricky Saints, which means, surprisingly, for the first time,
We got a consensus!
Oh.
whew, wow.
All right then.
First I'm very surprised. That's the first real consensus of the night.
Yeah. All right. Next matchup, moving along to the last matchup of the night. Gonna be the afternoon. If you look at this stuff, East Coast, at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Saturday, I'll watch it. I don't have no problem with that. If you're in the West Coast, 10 a.m. you're watching wrestling. It's gonna be a very packed day of wrestling on Saturday.
Yeah, you think that's bad? Try being Australian.
Oh my god! Like, what time you gotta wake up? It was like a 3 a.m. wrestling. All right.
Oh my god.
Okay. We have Obafemi, the champ, versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans in a triple threat match for the NXT Championship. Diesel goes first. Who does he have?
Ooh. Here we go. Osama Ben Diesel picks Evans for the win. Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, I see what's going on here.
Hold on.
No, not as well. I mean, you could make your pick if you want.
I know where you're going then, Ric-Hard.
Oh, you don't. You damn right. And I have my reasoning because someone else alluded to it also. So, and they make a very valid point, which is also why I call this group Retribution 2.0 and not Shield 2.0. Because Retribution did the same thing. Bunch of big guys, a really small guy as the leader. Yep. I'm gonna say it. Youngest NXT World Champion, Javon Evans, with an assist from Dark State.
right, that's who you have.
Yep.
The one-man band. You are next. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I got the paint with that boldness.
Man. This has become very intriguing now.
You're gonna join the faction?
I don't know. I'm gonna eliminate Trick Williams right off the top. I don't see that happening. It's down to Obafemi. It's down to Obafemi and Javon Evans. Now, Obafemi's been the champ now for I think a couple months now, right? What's to say? Is he ready for the main roster? Yeah, have there been any hints of him possibly going to the main roster? The Javon Evans situation with him possibly becoming the youngest NXT champion is definitely enticing. It would put eyes on the product. But my thing is Obafemi on his way to the main roster is what I'm trying to think. I'm gonna play it safe and I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Obafemi retains.
Obafemi.
All right. Obafemi retains.
Yeah.
All right, Lou. Who are you gonna copy?
Hold on a second. There's more because I have something here I need to play. I think it's this one. Hold on. I need to make sure it's the right one.
He's been a champ. He's been, at the top of the mountain. He's been in NXT for a while now. Could this maybe be the beginning of his call up to the main roster pretty soon? Because Trick Williams has been there now for well over.
You hear it?
I would say well over 2 years now. With that being said, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning with Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah, you picked a long storyline. I actually like that. I want that to happen, by the way. And I don't know. That might play into what's going on here. That's the reason why I played it, by the way.
Yeah. So
I liked what you had there going. What you were cooking there was smelling good.
Thank you.
But in this prediction,
so you're gonna copy the recipe.
it works out right
like
here.
Like any good chef, just copy the recipe, right?
Well, who did you pick again? Exactly.
Okay. All right. Make your pick, Lou. All right. Obafemi. Oh, what a surprise! And pray tell, what was your logic?
It's WrestleMania weekend. Give it to him. Champ retains. Everybody's happy.
All right. Champ retains. All right. Well, here we go. Time to reveal it as simply as I can.
All right,
here we go. Main event Jeff says Javon Evans for the win. And he specifies he wins with assist from the quote Diet Coke Shield and is revealed as the leader.
Wait a minute.
The Tornator says, yeah. Well, I didn't say Diet Coke Shield. I said Retribution 2.0. Get it right. I'm original, sir. Okay. That said, Tornator says no, actually. Tornator says Trick Williams for the win.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. This was
Does
going
he
off
watch
the
NXT?
rails. I don't think he does. Playboy Raj says Javon Evans for the win with the same exact reasoning as Jeff. He says he wins with an assist from the Diet Coke Shield. Same exact wording. I am not making this up, and is revealed as the leader. So that was definitely some loosey-goosey copying there. And the randomizer says Trick Williams for the win. We have in a very surprising turnout.
Yeah.
A 3-3 to 2 split. This is as close as it gets to 3-sided.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
All right, there you go. Those are the predictions we have for NXT.
Stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver. Oh, by the way, I do want to say something. We will be doing also WrestleMania predictions. On Friday. We'll be doing
Friday. That's right. So tune in, folks.
We may have a special guest.
Don't be a heel like John Cena. Okay. Yeah,
we may have a special guest.
We may have a special guest. You're right.
Also, too, I want to mention that if you look at the times here, like I was saying before, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 o'clock a.m. in the West Coast for the stand and deliver. Since the watch party's at your house, Ric-Hard, I'll be there at 10 a.m.
Ha! Oh my gosh. I mean, you know what? Screw it. You want to come to my house to watch Stand and Deliver? You can always be welcome, guys. I don't mind. So yeah. I have to wake up super early.
Yep. Yeah, there you go.
We'll see you Friday for WrestleMania predictions. That's right. Where's my donut?